Hey guys, it's Conic Outdoors with another how-to video. So today we're going to be working on part 2 of our AR-15 build, and we are going to be building the upper receiver. So first things first, I'm just going to go through the tools and the parts you're going to need to complete your upper AR-15. So first thing you're going to need here is going to be your upper receiver. This is an Aero Precision AR-15 upper receiver. Unfortunately for the video, it actually already came with the dust cover and the forward assist installed, so I won't actually have to do that, but I will walk you through kind of the steps on how you actually put these in. Next thing you're going to need is going to be a barrel. This is going to be a 16-inch Sons of Liberty barrel for chambered in 5.56. I'll give you a better look here out of the packaging once we get to that. Next thing you're going to need is going to be your gas tube, your gas block, your barrel nut, your hand guard, and your muzzle brake, as well as your bolt carrier group. This is an Aero Precision chambered in 5.56, and your charging handle. And you'll get a better view of those once I take them out of the packages, once we get some rolling here. And then for tools you're going to need for this one, not as many tools as the lower, is going to be a set of Allen keys, your AR-15 wrench, foot-pound wrench, so first thing we would start with is the ejection port, but since it's actually already put on, we won't have to worry about that, but I'll kind of talk you through what you're going to do. So normally when it's separated, you have a rod, a C-clip, the ejection port, and then your spring. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to take your rod, there's a little notch in your rod that has a little C-clip. It's normally right on the end here. You'll put that C-clip on, then you'll slide it into this side, sticking out all the way until you get to this first opening here. Then what you're going to want to do is take your spring, long arm is going to be facing onto the ejection port there, and you're going to want to spin that spring, twist it so that the other short end is actually going to be facing your upper receiver, and then you'll put your ejection port there, and then you'll push your rod through all the way. And what actually holds this on is going to be the hand guard. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to install the barrel. So what you're going to want to do, get your barrel here. There's going to be a little notch in the top of your barrel, and there's going to be a little cutout notch in the top of your upper receiver. So what you're going to do is take your barrel nut, slide it on to your barrel here, take your upper receiver, line up those notches, until it clicks down. Gonna have to get some force into it. So I took out the barrel actually. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil. You can also add some aerosol grease just so everything slides in better. I unfortunately don't have any grease, so I'm gonna just use some oil. Gonna add to the inside of the upper receiver here. I'm gonna put a little bit onto the barrel here. So then, like I was saying, you're just going to slide that right into there. Just like that. Then you're going to take your barrel nut, slide it all the way, and tighten that down. I'm just going to hand tighten it here. So then once you get that barrel nut on, what you're going to do is you're going to take your AR wrench, and there's a little slot here for your foot-pound wrench, and you're going to put it on there and torque it down to 30 to 40 foot-pounds. So I'm going to do that off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got that torqued down to 35 foot-pounds. I just went in between the 30 to 40. So next what we're going to do is the gas tube. So gas tube and the gas block here. I'm going to move this out of the way. So these are going to be your set screws to hold it onto the barrel. You got your gas tube and your roll pin here. So what I like to do is I actually like to put the gas tube into the gas block first. So if you look at your gas tube, there's one big hole and then two side holes. Those side holes are going to be for your punch. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to line up this big hole facing downwards. Inside the gas block there's a little hole, so you want those to line up so the gas can escape. And you're going to slide your gas tube into your gas block until those holes line up. Then you're going to take your roll pin so I'm going to pull that back out here. Take your roll pin and you're going to stick it in the hole on top of that gas tube. This is where your punch is going to come in handy here. Okay, so now that we got the pin started, what we're going to just do is tap it in so it's flush. Okay, so we got that in flush. What I did to hold the gas tube lined up is I actually took my Allen key, stuck it through one of the set screw areas here, and lined it up with the hole in there so that it would stay lined up for me when I was hammering it in. So next thing, what you're going to do is take your upper here, slide the gas block right up onto the barrel, and then you're going to want to line your gas tube up into this hole here that's on the top of the receiver. And then there's another hole on the top of your barrel, and you're going to want to make sure it lines up and sits with that. Just like that. Make sure it's straight. Then once you do that, you're going to flip over and you're going to put your set screws in. So then you want to put the other set screw in here. Get nice and snug so that the gas tube doesn't slip on you. So then there's the gas tube and gas block. So next we're going to do the hand guard. I'm going to put some oil in here so it can slide over the barrel nut. Just like that. Then you're going to slide the hand guard right over the barrel, then onto the barrel nut. Just like that. And what you're going to want to do is make sure that top and bottom, or the receiver rail and the top of your hand guard rail line up. Just like that. So it's nice and lined up. So then what you're going to do is take your hand guard set screws. Let me get the Allen key here. There it is. tighten on those set screws. And some people put Loctite on there so they don't loosen up on you. I'm not going to do that here. The main thing with the handguard is that you just want to make sure the top of the receiving rail and the top of the rail on your handguard line up. Just so that if you put any accessories that they're not misaligned. You want to continuously go back and forth between the screws here, because as one tightens down, the other one kind of loosens up. And that's going to be your handguard install. This is a 13.5-inch handguard on a 16-inch barrel, so you have a little bit of your barrel extending. So next, what we're going to do is the muzzle. So you're going to have a crush washer that has a little shaped kind of like a bowl here. You're going to actually have the bowl side facing out, just like this. And then the muzzle flash is actually going to be tightened down to 20 to 30 inch-pounds. So when your AR wrench is going to come in handy, let's slide right over. So just get started. And the trickiest thing with these muzzle flashes is you're going to have some venting on here. This one actually has 5, so you want the top one to line up with the top of your hand guard. So I'm actually going to tighten this down to the correct foot-pounds, and I'll be right back. Or inch-pounds, sorry. Okay, so now that we got that on, last 2 steps is going to be the charging handle and the bolt carrier group. So what you're going to do for that is flip this upside down. I'll zoom that in here for you. So take your charging handle, So with your bolt carrier group, and this one's already put together, but we'll go in a different video onto how to take it apart so you can clean it. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your charging handle, put it upside down. There's going to be a little track on the inside of your receiver here, so you'll slide that in and it will fall down flush, and you'll leave it sticking out a little bit, just like that. And then what you're going to want to do on your bolt carrier, you're going to want to take the firing pin here and pull it out so it's sticking all the way out. Then you're going to want to flip your bolt carrier group upside down, stick it into the receiver here, and it all should push in together nicely here once we get it. Just like that. And the dust panel slid over. So that is actually your complete upper AR-15. Dust cover, make sure it works. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our lower that we built in the previous video. We're going to open up these push pins, or the front and back pivot and takedown pin. Open those up so they're open. Then you're going to take your upper, slide, there's two holes right here, front and the back. You'll take your front one, slide it into that front pivot, and take the back one, slide it in. Once they line up, you should be able to just push them right in. Just like that. Then you have a complete AR. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please shoot me a comment and subscribe.